The night that changed everything. Maya Chen was not the kind of girl who did things like this. At 18, she was a straight-A student, scholarship recipient, and the pride of her working-class parents. She'd spent her entire senior year of high school preparing for university, saving money from her part-time job, planning her future down to the smallest detail. She didn't go to clubs, didn't drink, didn't talk to strange men. But tonight was different. Tonight was her 18th birthday, and her best friend Sophia had dragged her to Eclipse, Seoul's most exclusive nightclub, the kind of place where celebrities and chaebols mingled in the VIP section. Live a little, Sophia had insisted, dolling Maya up in a tight black dress that showed off curves Maya usually hid under baggy clothes. You're going to university in 2 weeks. This is your last chance to be young and reckless. So Maya had agreed. One night, one drink, one memory before she became a serious college student. That was the plan. Then she saw him. He was at the bar, tall and devastatingly handsome in an expensive black suit. Sharp jawline, piercing dark eyes, the kind of masculine beauty that made her stomach flip. He looked older, mid-30s maybe, with an air of authority and confidence that drew every woman's eye, including hers. Their eyes met across the crowded room, and Maya felt something electric pass between them. He smiled. Slow and dangerous. Maya should have looked away. Should have stayed with Sophia. Should have remembered she was too young, too inexperienced, too smart to fall for a beautiful stranger. Instead, when he crooked a finger at her, she walked over like she was in a trance. The stranger. You look lost, he said, his voice deep and smooth like aged whiskey. I don't usually come to places like this, Maya admitted. I can tell. His eyes swept over her appreciatively. You're different from the others here. More genuine. Is that your pickup line? He laughed, a rich sound that made warmth pool in her belly. No, my pickup line would be much worse. He extended his hand. I'm Adrian. Maya. His hand was warm and strong, engulfing hers. He didn't let go right away. Can I buy you a drink, Maya? She should say no. She should walk away. Okay. One drink turned into two. Two turned into conversation that flowed easily despite the age gap she could sense between them. He was intelligent, funny, worldly, everything Maya found attractive. What do you do? She asked. I'm between jobs at the moment, he said vaguely. Taking some time to figure out my next move. I'm starting university in 2 weeks. Pre-med. His eyebrows rose. Smart and beautiful. Dangerous combination. Maya felt herself blushing. What about you? What did you do before? Teaching. Research. Academia. He signaled for another drink. But enough about boring work. Tell me about you. What does Maya Chen do when she's not preparing to save lives? She found herself opening up in ways she never did with strangers. Maybe it was the alcohol loosening her tongue. Maybe it was the way he actually listened, his full attention on her like she was the only person in the room. Or maybe it was the way his hand had somehow ended up on her thigh, warm and possessive. You're very young, he said eventually, his thumb stroking her leg through the thin fabric of her dress. I'm 18. Legal. Just barely. But his hand didn't move. You should be careful, Maya. Men like me, we're dangerous. You don't seem dangerous. His smile was predatory. That's what makes me dangerous. Maya's heart was pounding. She'd never felt like this before, reckless, alive, burning with want. Dance with me, she said impulsively. He stood, pulling her to the dance floor. The music was loud, the beat throbbing, and when he pulled her against his body, Maya felt every inch of him. He was hard muscle and controlled power. His hand splayed across her lower back, holding her close as they moved together. Maya had never danced like this before, sensual, intimate, practically sex with clothes on. You feel that? He murmured in her ear, his lips brushing her skin. That's what you do to me. She could feel his arousal pressed against her stomach. Instead of being scared, she was thrilled. I want, she started, then stopped. What do you want, Maya? Everything. She wanted everything. Take me somewhere, she whispered. Please. The hotel. Adrian got a room at the luxury hotel connected to the club. As soon as the elevator doors closed, he was on her. His kiss was demanding, consuming, nothing like the awkward kisses she'd experienced with boys her age. He kissed like a man who knew exactly what he wanted and how to take it. Maya kissed back desperately, her hands fisting in his expensive shirt. "Last chance to change your mind," he said against her lips. "Once we're in that room, I won't be able to stop. I don't want you to stop." The room was opulent, king bed, city views, champagne already chilling. But Maya barely noticed. All she could see was Adrian, shrugging off his jacket, loosening his tie, looking at her like he wanted to devour her. "Come here." She walked over on shaking legs. He cupped her face, studying her. "Have you done this before?" Maya hesitated. Not exactly. Not exactly. I've fooled around. But not all the way." Something flickered in his eyes. "You're a virgin. Is that a problem?" "It should be." His thumb brushed her lower lip. "I should send you home. This is wrong. You're too young, too innocent." "I'm not innocent. And I'm an adult." She pulled him closer. "I want this. I want you." He groaned. "You're going to be the death of me." Then he was kissing her again, walking her backward until her legs hit the bed. She fell back and he followed, covering her body with his. His hands were everywhere, unzipping her dress, exploring her skin, finding places that made her gasp. When he pulled back to look at her, laid out in just her underwear, his expression was reverent. "Fucking beautiful," he muttered. "How are you real?" He stripped her bare, then removed his own clothes. Maya stared at his body, toned muscle, a few scars, masculine perfection. And he was impressive. Intimidatingly so. "Scared?" he asked, noticing her expression. "A little. I'll go slow. I'll make it good for you, I promise." He kept his promise. He touched her everywhere, learning what made her moan, what made her arch her back. When his mouth closed around her breast, Maya cried out. "Sensitive," he murmured appreciatively. "I'm going to enjoy discovering all your sensitive places." His hand slid lower, between her legs, and Maya nearly came off the bed. "Adrian, let me take care of you." He touched her expertly, building her pleasure slowly, patiently. When he slid one finger inside her, Maya gasped at the intrusion. "So tight," he groaned. "I need to prepare you properly or I'll hurt you." He worked her gently, adding another finger, stretching her, all while his thumb circled that sensitive bundle of nerves. Maya had touched herself before, but this was different. This was overwhelming. "I'm going to," she gasped. "Let go. Come for me, Maya." She shattered, her first orgasm at another person's hands ripping through her. Adrian watched her face the entire time, looking satisfied. "Beautiful," he said. "Now you're ready for me." He positioned himself between her legs, the tip of him pressing against her entrance. "This might hurt at first," he warned. "Tell me if you need me to stop." "Don't stop," she whispered. He pushed in slowly, and Maya felt the stretch, the burn, the overwhelming fullness. It hurt, but not unbearably. Adrian held still, letting her adjust, kissing her gently. "Okay," he asked. "Okay, you can move." He did, slowly at first, gentle thrusts that made Maya's discomfort gradually fade into something else. "Something good. More," she whispered. "Thank fuck." His control snapped, and he started moving faster, harder, hitting places inside her that made her see stars. Maya wrapped her legs around him, meeting his thrusts, losing herself in the sensation. This was nothing like she'd imagined, it was raw, primal, perfect. "You feel incredible," Adrian groaned. "So tight, so perfect. Made for me." "Adrian," she moaned. "I'm going to, again. Come on my cock, Maya." She did, clenching around him, triggering his own release. He buried himself deep, groaning her name as he came. Afterward, they lay tangled together, sweaty and satisfied. That was. Maya couldn't find words. "Yeah," Adrian agreed, pressing a kiss to her forehead. That was. They made love twice more that night. The second time was slower, more exploratory. The third time was rough and desperate, like they both knew this was all they'd ever have.